Welcome to another episode of rawradianthealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So it's Wednesday, and today I'm going to answer some questions about, I've been kind of getting a lot of questions lately about sort of like how I do my grocery shopping. Do I do it a few times a week? Do I eat all organic food? What do I stock my kitchen with? Things like that. So I'm going to kind of answer questions about sort of my lifestyle regarding my food and maintaining my raw food diet. So pretty much, for all of you that don't know, I do live in a city, okay? I live up in Montreal, Canada, and I live quite near downtown Montreal. So, and I don't drive. Okay, I don't even know how to drive. I'm 34 years old and I don't drive. I'm hopefully this summer going to deal with that, get my license and just sort that one out. But since I don't drive, I have to walk and get my groceries. And since I live downtown, I live near quite a few health food stores and also small little fruit and vegetable stores. So I'm very fortunate that it's about maybe a 15-minute walk to the health food store, 20 minutes to go and get fruits and vegetables. So every day, that's part of my routine. That's my way of getting outside, getting fresh air, getting out in the wintertime especially, and go and buy my fruits and vegetables. So someone had asked me if I buy everything at once. And obviously, since I have to carry everything, I don't. I actually go every day. And, you know, that's part of like my afternoon break, you know, like lunchtime, I have my lunch and then I go for my walk. Or sometimes first thing in the morning, I'll go and do my grocery shopping. So I'm always buying fresh food, fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, all that, every day, a little bit. And I like, you know, it's just a way of pushing me to get outside and just get some fresh air and move around. I think it's really important because a lot of times, if we don't have a reason to do any kind of exercise or take a break, then, you know, we're kind of just sitting around all day, and that's not good, especially in the wintertime when we tend to be indoors most of the time. We really need to force ourselves to get out. So I have to force myself. If I really want to eat something, I mean, I got to go out and get it. So yeah, so every day I do a little bit of grocery shopping. So my fridge is not always full of food. It's kind of medium. You know, there's always certain things that I do always stock up on. Okay, there are things that I will always have in the kitchen, and these things would be like onions, garlic, ginger. I always have celery. I always have lettuce. Always have some sort of greens, kale. What else? I always have cucumbers, always have a few apples or pears, and pretty much and I always have like avocado, coriander, and some sort of fruit that is on the kitchen counter that is ripening, okay? So I always make sure that there's food, especially when it comes down to fruit and stuff, fruit and avocados, which a lot of times you can't get ripe. So I like to buy them in advance, obviously, and have food that's ripening, while at the same time there's always fruit that is already ripe for me to eat, okay? So I am always kind of watching, like, you know, what's going on that end, because I do like to have some sort of fruit every day, and got to make sure that there's something for me to eat. So, and also same with avocado. I don't really use olive oil so much as salad dressing. I use avocado instead. That I always have to make sure that I've got avocado that's ready for me to eat and avocado that's ripening. Okay, so those things I'm always looking over, but I always make sure that there's certain things that I always have for my salads, for my green juices, and fruit. Okay, so those things I always have. When it comes down to condiments, like certain nuts and seeds, I don't really keep nuts in the house so much because I have a tendency to, like, once I start, I can't stop. So the nuts, only if, like, let's say I'm in the mood to have an almond milk, or I want to make some sort of nut pate or something, then I'll go out and I'll buy the nuts, okay? But when it comes down to seeds, I always have hemp seeds stocked in the house, and chia seeds and flax seeds. Okay, that I always make sure I've got a good stock of. But when it comes down to like sunflower or pumpkin seeds, when I'm in the mood for them or I need them for a recipe, I'll go and get them. Sometimes with nuts and seeds, I will buy a larger quantity, soak them all at once, sprout them, and then re-dehydrate them so that they are on hand. If you're someone that can kind of have like a few nuts at a time and leave it, and you have that every day and no problem, then I would suggest, and you have a dehydrator, then I would really suggest getting a larger quantity, soak them, sprout them, dehydrate them, and then just store them in like an airtight jar so that they're on hand for you. But if you notice that you're one of these people that just goes way too overboard, then, practice the portion control with your buying, okay? Like, know yourself, know where your balances are, know where your limits are, know what your behavior is like, okay? Because that can really help, And so that's what comes down with the nuts and seeds. Then things like, people ask me about superfoods, like cacao and all that kind of stuff. I don't really eat cacao, so I actually, at this point, I don't have any of the powder or anything like that in the house. But once in a while, if I do make a dessert, then I'll buy it and I'll have it around. But lately I just don't. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I always make sure to have sauerkraut. Always have sauerkraut around, because I actually have that like every day. And the same thing with the coconut water kefir. I try and have that every day, that it's always fermenting and brewing. Okay, so I've always got that kind of stuff going on. Same with sprouts. Lately I've actually been buying them more so than growing them, and I should just get into growing them, but I've been lazy. I'll get back to that. But a lot of times I'm growing the sprouts as well. Growing and eating them and just having that in a good cycle. Okay, so next question is about do I eat all organic? I'd say at home, 95% of the food I eat is organic. The only exception is coconut water for my coconut water kefir. I can't get organic coconuts. That, and once in a while, if I go to a restaurant, then I'm not going to be picky about a salad being non-organic. I'll eat it, it's fine. But once in a while, here and there, maybe some sort of fruit that I'm like really craving, like a little bit of papaya or some pineapple sometimes, that might not be organic. But normally, everything is normally organic. I push for that. That's something I honor for myself. And when it comes down to someone asks me about what do I do with all the pulp from the juice fasting and juicing every day, a lot of it's either used, I make, as you guys know, I make like a flatbread in the dehydrator with the pulp, or I also do compost, okay? I do compost everything. And I don't have a garden or anything, so I actually have like this huge, like big plastic kind of canister thing that I store all my, vegetables and fruit peels, things like that. And I have to walk a good 20 minutes carrying this thing, okay, once a week to drop off my compost to the city, okay? But I do it, it's a good cause. I feel good about doing it because I do have, tons of stuff that I need to throw out, and it should just go into a compost pile. So I don't want to be putting that stuff in the trash. So that's what I do about compost and stuff. That's pretty much the answers to your questions about my lifestyle and how I keep my raw food kitchen going and always having the food available. And the main thing is know what you like to eat, buy abundance of it, know the foods that you like to eat every day, and make sure that they're always in the refrigerator and always ready for you to eat, okay? That's the main thing. Keep it simple, keep it fun, enjoy it, no stress. Sign up today for the 10-day juice fast, by the way. We're starting this coming Monday. It's going to be fabulous. A great way to lose some weight, get over the food addictions, all of that. Get the support. There's daily videos just for the juice fast and online forum, everything. So go to my website, www.rawradianthealth.com, and sign up. Have a fabulous day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.